the Columbine High School incident occurred. Rachel Joy Scott was the first to be murdered out of 12. Prior to the incident, she wrote an essay entitled My Ethics, My Code of Life. And in the essay she wrote, I have this theory that if one person can go out of their way to show compassion, then it will start a chain reaction of the same. Rachel was so right with the statement. She knew that if she used her life to show kindness to others, she could really make a difference, and she did. She went out of her way, and this wasn't just a theory for her, it was her way of life. She would sit with people at lunch that didn't have any friends. She would do little things that really meant a lot to people, instead of tearing their character down. She built them up. Even though she's not here today, she knew she would make a difference. On the back of her dresser, her parents found where she had traced her handprints. She wrote within her handprints, these hands belong to Rachel Joy Scott and will someday touch millions of people's hearts. What Rachel left behind was a legacy. Her challenge prompted many people to spread this kindness and start a chain reaction. Many people experience verbal bullying and physical bullying, many of which people don't realize. For instance, I know many people personally that have experienced bullying and haven't spoken out about it.
Even though I wasn't bullied to the extreme, I still was bullied, and it still hurt. When I was in middle school, I got glasses for the first time in 6th grade, and in English class, I looked over to my left and I saw 2 girls sitting behind me, and they were mocking my actions as I would push my glasses onto my face. And it still sticks with you, even though it's minor, it still hurts. And also, I've never been that athletic, but I tried out for cheerleading 3 years in a row and I never made it. And so I was able to accept it, but this one girl would always shove it in my face and be like, oh, you didn't make it, but I did, because she made it every year. And it really hurt, and it just still stuck with me. And I was really secluded in middle school. I never really had that many good friends. And so I would start thinking about harming myself so that I could get attention and so that people would notice me. I kept thinking, what if I'm walking down the hall and I accidentally trip, but I don't catch myself, and I fall and I break my foot again, and then people will see me and they'll try to be kind to me. And I would think, what if I cut myself? But then I thought, you know what, it's not logical. I wouldn't be able to hide it from my parents, and I'm too scared to do it. And even though all that was a long time ago and I've been able to get over it, when I'm walking down the hall, even now in high school, I still, when I hear people laughing, I'm wondering if they're laughing at me. And I've changed my behavior really fast and try to fix whatever I'm doing so that they'll like me again. And it still affects me every day, and it's still hard.
When people think of bullying, no one ever thinks of the verbals. Verbals usually hurt the worst, and they stay with you. I was verbally bullied about something I can't help, my nose. I was called Pinocchio, and that just stuck with me. I can remember it like the first day someone called me that, and it just hurts my heart. It just hurts me. And then one day, this lady came up to me and told, I used to try to stop smiling because every time I smile, my nose, I guess it looks longer. And this lady came up to me and she told me, you have a beautiful smile, and I love the way your nose squinch in when you smile. It's so cute. So she made me just look at myself and say, oh my goodness, this is my face, and I can't help it. So I just started to embrace my beauty. And when I think about bullying, the verbals, I think you're talking about me, and we're made by the same creator that doesn't make mistakes. So if something's wrong with me, there's something wrong with you, maybe. So bullying, it's not, don't let it get to you. And just, if you hear verbals, if you hear people laughing, if you just don't pay attention to it.
I used to be your average girl, happy, not a worry in the world. I used to be normal. Then I started to notice things. The way that people talked to me was different. It was very different. I got made fun of. It made me cry a lot. Saying the mean things. I ignored it at first, then it started getting to me. One night there was a box cutter sitting next to my bed. I picked it up and cut my wrist, but only one time. I promised myself I would never do it again. But over summer, the things started to die down. Then 8th grade started. Hardest year of my life. People talked. I ignored it until it got to be too much. She's ugly. She's dumb. She's weird. She's not skinny enough. She looks like a rhino. It hurt. I started to cut again. People noticed the scars. I promised myself never again. Then the nasty things were said. It would be better if you would just kill yourself. Go cut your wrists some more. None of your dreams will ever come true. Just go die. Everybody hates you. Go die. Cutting became an everyday thing. I wanted to die. I felt like I was ugly. I was hopeless, disgusting, and helpless. January 3rd, 2012, I tried to kill myself. I wrapped 3 clothes hangers around my neck. I wanted to get away from all this pain. I stopped myself. I was put on this earth for a reason, to fulfill God's plan for my life. Now I'm using this story as my testimony. I figured out that I am not alone. If you are thinking about suicide, rethink it. Suicide is not a joke. Remember, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Heartaches, betrayal, lies, bring a side that nobody wants to endure. Instead, we search for a cure, but it's obscure, unsure feeling leads in drugs, alcohol, and painful healings. This is the life of many that were given a choice, but chose wrong. And has to live with the consequences set forth. It has to go forward and try to make it right, and rewrite the past to make the future bright. Right to become a statistic. Others chose right. Chose to set aside when the future bright, set goals determined to reach its height. They chose a life. I choose a life with determination just to go for my destination. Brings dedication. And I know it's going to be hard, but the feeling feels so good. To come with something great got me hooked, but got others shook. To see a young black girl going to get hers, lurks and alerts, haters who speak their minds, so think twice about taking the climb and call with something great that I can call mine. Oh no, I should not let the haters get the best of me. What they say won't even faze me, cause I chose free. I chose to be. I chose to achieve.
So when I heard that you could participate in making this video and about Rachel's challenge, it really struck home with me. And so when I went to the first meeting, she was talking about how it would relate back to Rachel's challenge and how one decision can start a chain reaction. And from personal experience, I know that it's very important to be kind and just, if you're not going to say anything nice, then don't say anything at all. And I think that one person just saying, hey, you look really nice today, or just the simple, kind things you can say to someone can really start a chain reaction.
Bullying happens everywhere and is spreading rapidly. Instead, we should spread compassion.
Making a joke about somebody when you're with your friends is easy, but you're tearing up the person. And on the opposite end of that, if you give the person a compliment, 1, you're setting a standard for you and your friends, and 2, you're building up the person's character.
Each of us have said something bad about each other, and each of us has had something said bad about us. So why don't we just take the extra mile and say something good? So that way we can start a chain reaction, and everyone can just start saying something good about each other.
The chain reaction of kindness that Rachel wrote about can have a huge impact on everyone around you. You have to choose to be kind. It has to start somewhere. It can start with you. One person can make that enormous difference and spread compassion.
Be kind.
Be kind and compassionate.
So be kind.
Be kind.
Be kind.
Be kind.
Be kind.